As the Republican Party has moved farther and farther to the right, I have found myself increasingly at odds with the Republican philosophy and more in line with the philosophy of the Democratic Party. When the stimulus package came up for a vote, I felt that it was indispensable to vote aye in order to avoid the possibility of a 1929 type depression. In the course of the last several months since the stimulus vote, I have traveled the state, surveyed the sentiments of the Republican Party in Pennsylvania, done public opinion polls, observed other public opinion polls, and have found that the prospects for winning a Republican primary are bleak. I am not prepared to have my 29-year record in the United States Senate decided by the Pennsylvania Republican primary electorate. Not prepared to have that record decided by that jury. I got my own poll results back last Friday, late last week, and consulted with my campaign managers and had a long discussion with Joan and my son Shannon over the weekend, and came to a decision this past week. I will not be an automatic 60th vote. And I would illustrate that by my position on employee's choice, also known as card check. I think it is a bad bill, and I'm opposed to it and would not vote to invoke cloture. But that's only indicative of my view in that respect. I have always agreed with John Kennedy that sometimes party asks too much, and if the Democratic Party asks too much, I will not hesitate to disagree and vote my independent thinking and what I consider as a matter of conscience to be in the interest of the state and nation. If the electorate as a whole participated in the political process and in the primary process, Joe Lieberman would win a primary in Connecticut hands down, and I'd do the same thing in Pennsylvania. There are plenty of people who agree with Joe Lieberman and Arlen Specter, but they're non-participants. The vice president in a public event in Philadelphia, when he came up to talk about the stimulus package several months ago, said in a news conference that he urged me to become a Democrat. And then Governor Rendell, who was there, urged me to become a Democrat. And Governor Rendell said if I became a Democrat, he would help me raise money. And I responded, if I became a Democrat, I wouldn't need him to help me raise money. I've changed my mind about that. President, I called this morning, and he said he would support me, come to Pennsylvania and campaign for me.